The women in my family have been teachers, but God had different plans for me. I was in class 7th and I've always been very tall, 5'11". I was in class 8th, I was 5'8". So my basketball coach told me, height बहुत लंबी है, कल से basketball court पे आ जाना, play basketball for your school. And that's how my journey began, playing basketball. I never wanted to be a sports person, but I ended up being the captain of the Indian netball team in Commonwealth Games, which was the biggest tournament. And that was the feather on the cap. It feels really proud जब आपकी जर्सी के पीछे आपका फैमिली नेम एंड आपके चेस्ट पर आपका हिंदुस्तान का झंडा होता है. I think that is something which is irreplaceable, and that feeling is something that has made me stand in front of you, in front of all of you today, and and trying my bit to motivate few of you or all of you. So कभी सोचा नहीं था कि sports person banungi, but 11 years of long journey, and it happened in a very strange way. Like I said, that lambi ho basketball khel lo to basketball khel liya, but that passion, that hard work got me so far that I kept on playing basketball for Delhi, and then I attended a lot of national camps. I did my graduation from Jesus and Mary College I did BCom honors and netball. So मैंने बास्केटबॉल में इंटरनेशनल नहीं खेला, बट मैंने नेटबॉल में खेला. अब पीपल आस्क मी, अच्छा हाउ डिड नेटबॉल हैपन? सो अगेन आई एम सेइंग यू गाइज हैव टू कनेक्ट द डॉट्स फॉर मी. इफ यू आस्क माई पेरेंट्स और माई फैमिली मेम्बर्स, दे विल से कि बचपन से बहुत अच्छी आर्टिस्ट थी तो ये आर्टिस्ट बनेगी बड़ी होकर. But it's not about that. It is about the opportunities you get in your life and how you make the best of them. So basketball was an opportunity given to me, and I was fortunate that one of the tournaments, one of the matches in which I was playing basketball and netball in my college. So there were selection committee members there for Commonwealth Games, and I got selected for the camp. Though netball was a very, very new sport for me, but was a ball game, so was not very difficult to grab that sport. So वहाँ से मेरा selection हुआ Commonwealth Games के camp में 2008 में, and लंबी जर्नी रही, काफ़ी सारे इंटरनेशनल टूर्नामेंट्स खेले. 2010 फरवरी में वी हैड गॉन टू ऑस्ट्रेलिया, एंड ऑस्ट्रेलिया में जब गए तो मेरे लेग पर मेरी बहुत मेजर इंजरी हो गई, एंड आई वाज ऑन अ व्हील चेयर, एंड आई वाज अमंग्स द टॉप 21 गर्ल्स फ्रॉम अक्रॉस इंडिया who were going to be till the end of the camp, the Commonwealth Games camp, and eventually उसमें से 12 का सिलेक्शन होना था. So कुछ महीने पहले कॉमनवेल्थ गेम्स, दो साल की लंबी जर्नी, हार्ड वर्क, एंड आई वाज लाइक कि नाउ आई एम इन अ वेरी बैड स्टेट ऑफ माइंड. आई एम ऑन अ व्हील चेयर, गर्ल्स आर इम्प्रूविंग, दे आर ट्रेनिंग एवरी डे, एंड फिजिकली मैं ज़ीरो हो गई हूँ. मेंटली देयर इज सो मच ऑफ प्रेशर दैट यू हैव टू कम बैक. बट दैट वॉज द टाइम विच एक्चुअली मेड मी वेरी, वेरी स्ट्रॉन्ग, एंड उस टाइम तक मैंने ये नहीं सोचा था दैट मैं कैप्टन बन पाऊँगी या बनूँगी. And my only motive was to play for my country. But during that time, it made me so mentally strong because of the help of my coaches, my parents, my family. Then physically, so obviously, there was a long way for recovery of that injury. पर मुझे बहुत मोटिवेशन मिली अपने कोचेस से, और मैं काफ़ी सारे मैचेस देखती रही. आई यूज़ टू ऑब्जर्व प्लेयर, आई यूज़ टू मेंटली प्ले. तो 2 महीने तक मैं फिजिकली नहीं खेल रही थी, बट मैं मेंटली खेल रही थी. So that was something that motivated me, encouraged me for a comeback. And when I recovered from my injury, और जब मैं कोर्ट पर आई, so all the players and the coaches were really surprised that what has happened to her. And though physically मुझे time लगा to catch up with all the other team members, but I had a comeback and I was appreciated for all the efforts. And mentally जो मैं खेल रही थी, I was the most intelligent in terms of my moves, in terms of my strategies on court. So it is all about how you, जब बोलते हैं ना, जब जैसे शिल्पा जी ने बोला कि जब आप कितनी तेज़ से बॉल को मारोगे उतनी तेज़ से वो, अब जब रॉक पर आप हो, मतलब आप बिल्कुल ही ज़मीन पर आ चुके हो, so there is no, उसके नीचे कहाँ जाओगे? So there is always coming up from there. And being an athlete, you want to represent a college जिसकी टीम बहुत अच्छी हो, you want to be a part of that team. Admissions close हो गई. My granddad passed away during that time, so my parents couldn't focus a lot on me during those days because there was a lot of trauma in the family happening. मेरे पास कॉल आता है JMC से अंजू मैम का, जो कि स्पोर्ट्स डायरेक्टर थी वहाँ पर. उन्होंने बोला प्राची कहाँ एडमिशन हुआ? मैंने कहा मैम अभी तो कहीं पर भी नहीं हुआ. कहती कॉलेज आ, मुझसे मिल. मैं कॉलेज गई, उन्होंने मुझे विदाउट मैथ्स बीकॉम ऑनर्स दिलाया. यूनिवर्सिटी के सारे जो एडमिशन्स थे उस टाइम तक क्लोज हो चुके थे, उन्होंने मुझे JMC में एडमिशन दिलाया. आफ्टर एवरीथिंग, आफ्टर आई वॉज गोइंग थ्रू दैट रियली ट्रॉमेटिक टाइम के बीइंग वन ऑफ द बेस्ट प्लेयर्स, हैविंग गिवन माई 11 years ऑफ माई लाइफ टू बास्केटबॉल, एंड आई एम नॉट गेटिंग एडमिशन इन वन ऑफ द कॉलेजेस ऑफ माई चॉइस. तो नॉर्थ दिल्ली में रहकर साउथ दिल्ली में मैंने अपना ग्रेजुएशन किया इन बीकॉम ऑनर्स. सो कनेक्टिंग द डॉट्स इज़ कि मुझे लग रहा था दैट क्या हो रहा है मेरे साथ, बट इवेंचुअली जो हुआ विच वॉज फॉर माई ओन बेनिफिट. आफ्टर दैट आई completed my MBA from IP University Delhi in marketing and HR. And I never thought that I would be working in a corporate world, and I worked for Accenture as a consultant on a Modi government project. I was working for National Skill Development Corporation, and 2 years I gave of my professional career to Accenture. And 2015 December is when I get a message on my Facebook fan page कि this is Shashi Sumit Productions from Mumbai, and we're reaching out to you for this parallel lead in this show named as Diya Aur Bati Hum. And I had gained a lot of weight by that time. I had stopped playing obviously, and तो मैंने उनको बोला 92 kgs मेरा वेट है, मैं 6 फुट की हूँ, मैंने ज़िंदगी में कभी एक्टिंग नहीं करी है, एंड मैंने कभी आई नेवर इवन एस्पायर टू बिकम एन एक्टर. तो उन्होंने मुझे बोला हम 6 महीने से इस कैरेक्टर की तलाश में हैं, ऑल ओवर इंडिया हम लोग ऑडिशंस कर रहे हैं, एंड वी रियली वुड लाइक टू मीट यू. सो आई आस्क्ड देम कि आपको मेरे बारे में पता कहाँ से लगा. सो दे वर लाइक वी आर सर्चिंग फॉर टॉल इंडियन women in India, and you were one of the faces because of my sports background that they saw there, and they reached out to me. And that girl really explained the character of Arzu in Diya Aur Bati Hum, which was for which they approached me. She explained that character so beautifully that she was like she's a food lover. She is बिल्कुल बिंदास है. She doesn't have parents, but she's a Pakistani girl, and she's a dog lover. So मुझे जो क्लिक किया उस टाइम पे was being a national athlete, having represented India, and I was getting to play a role of a Pakistani girl in Diya Aur Bati Hum. That was something which really excited me in that conversation, and I spoke to my parents at home, and they were like, अच्छा अब क्या नया लाइफ में, अब कौन सा नया प्रोफेशन at such a young age. And I've always been a hard-working girl, very quick learner, so starting from zero has never been a problem for me. So I took this again as an opportunity, and I was like, I told my parents कि अच्छी opportunity है, there's no harm going to Mumbai, meeting them, and exploring. So parents were like, okay, whatever you want to do, we just want you to be happy. And I went to Mumbai, met the team, and they were like, we want you to shift to Bombay within 3 days. We'll teach you, we'll give you workshops, we'll teach you acting, but you'll have to shift to Bombay within 3 days. 3 दिन के अंदर I had to leave my job in Accenture, had to take decision of switching my profession from being a sports person to being a corporate woman, then to being an actor, and obviously changing my city from Delhi to Mumbai. And all of it happened. All of it happened, and my journey as Arzu in Diya Aur Bati Hum started in 2016 January. And that was जो शुरू के 7 महीने of working on screen in front of the camera everything was so new to me, new city, new environment, new people, new profession, कि वो 7 महीने I feel was the best time of my life, because everything was so new and time ऐसे चला गया, पता ही नहीं लगा. After that, while doing Diya और Bati Hum, I had to decide कि now what? अभी दिया और बाती हम तो platter पे मिल गया. If I want to pursue acting, now what is the next step? I didn't know about the casting directors, I didn't know about the directors, I didn't know about the production houses. So I did my own research, simultaneously took help of some of the journalists, some of the PR people whom I became friends with during the process of Diya और Bati Hum. And that's when I cracked my first Punjabi film, Arjun, opposite Roshan Prince, followed by my second Punjabi film, Bailars, opposite Bino Dhillon. And then I did a show for Star Plus again. And uske baad, after so much of hard work, I even went down south, did a lot of ads down south of jewelry and saris. And the biggest break of my acting career as an actor was my debut opposite Mammootty down south in Kerala. He's their superstar, mega star, and it was the biggest Malayalam film which was ever being made of a 50 crore budget. This was my look in that. This was my poster which was released, and I was a Devadasi, and it was a very challenging role for me. Coming from a sports background, dance nahi aata tha because your body is very athletic and it's not very flexible. And learning Malayalam is apparently the toughest Indian languages, and uske dialogues mujhe learn karne the. But again, as I said, I was very hardworking, very focused for my work, so all of that was a part and parcel of the process and my journey, which I still remember. I still remember some of my dialogues, and so this was my look in the film, and apparently it was like a dream come true. I still remember while promoting the movie in Dubai with Mammootty sir, I literally was, during my speech to the audience of around 5,000 people in the auditorium, I couldn't stop crying because I was so overwhelmed at that time that, it was such a long journey, and this is the moment which you wait for, the love and recognition from the audience, from the people, from your cast and crew. And I also believe that from being a sports person, having corporate experience and now an actor, people always ask me that what was more challenging, and I always tell them that industry is very challenging. It is not easy. Since Diya और Bati Hum was served to me on a platter, after that the journey was difficult, constantly having the pressure of looking good, being fit, getting the work in the right way. There are casting couches, there are people who have different approach towards you to be on front of the screen. And I had already, before being an actor, मैं एक चीज़ अपने दिमाग में सोच के गई थी कि मैं वही सिनेमा करूँगी जो मैं अपनी फैमिली के साथ बैठ के देख सकती हूँ. So I was very clear with that thought process. और मैंने I stuck to that decision of mine, and here I am with a long journey and connecting the dots in a way that I always wanted to join army and be a pilot, to be honest. But I didn't do any of that. But life gave me opportunities which were probably, God knew my potential. God knew where I should be in life. तो कभी-कभी क्या होता है, मेरा जो life mantra रहा है of success has been hard work, opportunity and willpower. हार्ड वर्क तो आपको करना ही पड़ेगा, बट यू विल हैव टू बी वेरी वेरी स्मार्ट टू नो एंड ग्रैब द राइट अपॉर्चुनिटीज. आई बिलीव दैट अपॉर्चुनिटीज हम सबको मिलती हैं, सबको कभी ना कभी, किसी को एक बार मिलती है, किसी को 10 बार मिलती है, बट वी हैव टू बी रियली स्मार्ट टू नो व्हाट आर द गुड एंड द राइट अपॉर्चुनिटीज. अगर नहीं भी पता तो एक्सप्लोर करने में कुछ नहीं जाता. अगर एक्सप्लोर नहीं करेंगे, उनको वहीं पर ही छोड़ देंगे बिकॉज ऑफ सोसाइटी प्रेशर, फैमिली प्रेशर, मम्मी पापा नहीं मानेंगे, ये नहीं. यू ऑलवेज हैव टू फाइट फॉर योर सेल्फ, एंड अंटिल यू फाइट फॉर योर सेल्फ यू आर नॉट गोइंग टू अचीव somewhere in life or anywhere in life, because to be somewhere, you have to take that risk factor, which is extremely important. And I believe that I have taken those risks to be here, to be standing in front of you, giving my first TEDx. Though I've been a motivational speaker in IIMs and IITs, and I always used to tell them that मैं in institutes में मैं पढ़ना चाहती थी, and I feel very fortunate and blessed that today, you know, standing in front of you, I'm able to share my journey with all of you. क्योंकि मेरा भी टाइम था जब मैं वहाँ पे बैठकर motivational speakers को सुनती थी, सोचती थी कि ये कैसे होगा मेरे साथ, मेरी जर्नी भी ऐसी मैजिकल हो सकती है कि नहीं. मैजिकल है जर्नी मेरी. ऑल दी स्पीकर्स हु आर हियर टुडे, all of our journeys are magical, but you need to see through the hard work, the dedication, the persistence we all have put in our journey and have believed in ourselves. So sometimes it's good if you have something, you know, a mindset, a passion, a vision for yourself, and if you're able to achieve that, it's always great. But अगर वो नहीं भी है, don't be disheartened. Just keep your eyes and ears open. Just be present. You know, be aware about what is happening around you and grab those opportunities and work towards it. And अगर आपको अपने peer से लाइफ में बाकी लोगों से अच्छा करना है तो रिस्क तो लेना पड़ेगा. अब वो रिस्क आप किस लेवल पे ले सकते हैं, कीपिंग इन माइंड योर वैल्यूज, एथिक्स, whatever your family background you're coming from, whatever you think about life. So वो आपको लेकर आगे बढ़ना पड़ेगा. Without that, you know, in this competitive world, in this competitive environment, achieving success is extremely important. So my best wishes to all of you. This has been my life, connecting the dots, and I've always tried to understand the pattern of my life. I'm sure all of you have a pattern of your life as well. Sometimes you feel that some things have been good for you, sometimes you feel some things are not good for you. Things which are not good for you, try to bring change there. Try to stop those patterns of your life there and try to think and act differently. The things which are not good, and the things which are good in your life, try to follow that passion, take risk, explore opportunities and live life, because what really matters at the end of the day is your happiness, is how when you are 50, 60, when you look back at your life and the memories you have created, the changes you have brought in the lives of people around you. My nani always tells me, padho, kamao और वापस करो. So it is all about connecting dots and moving ahead in life, and don't ever lose hope, because time हमेशा एक जैसा नहीं रहता. You know, in life you always have a graph. So when you're down, when you feel that nothing is going right in your life, there has to be a level up. There can't be anything, you know, beyond going down beyond that. So feel motivated, be encouraged, be smart, take those risks, identify the opportunities, create the opportunities for yourself, because it doesn't just come to you, and grab them and make the best use of them. Thank you so much. Thank you.